Charlie McKeon is a sophomore Christian Studies major here at HLGU. He stays busy, involving himself in baseball, student life, and campus ministry. He appreciates athletics as an opportunity to build relationships with his teammates, uses his leadership in student life and ministry to disciple those around him, and is always looking for someone to chat with. Charlie says he loves HLGU for many reasons, one being the tight-knit community on campus. Sit back and relax as you get to hear from one of the many amazing students at Hannibal LaGrange University. I'm your host, Jace Loebner, and this is Trojan Time.
Hello, and welcome back to Trojan Time, the podcast where we sit down with students and faculty on the campus of Hannibal LaGrange University to talk about their experiences at HLGU. Today's guest is Charlie McKeon. Charlie, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. You have a great voice. You do great in the podcast business, man. That was a great intro.
I appreciate it. Okay, Charlie, so the first thing I want you to do is just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I go here at HLG. I'm a baseball player. That's been fun the last couple of years. I'm an RA, so I advise certain students in my hall over dorm policies and things like that. That's been fun. I'm a member of FCA, so going to those meetings every week is super fun just to be around the guys, talk about Jesus and things like that. So I'm a Christian Studies major as well, which means that eventually I want to go into ministry in some form or aspect. I don't really know what that looks like yet. I say that I know the direction, I don't know the destination. So just looking forward to what the Lord has for me in store and just seeing where I can go with that.
For sure, trust in God's plan. All right, so how many years have you been here at HLGU?
This is my sophomore year, so 1.5,
Awesome.
A little bit over that.
Now tell me, how did you come to HLGU?
So the one thing I did, I looked up 30 schools. This is a real story. I looked up 30 schools, and I emailed 30 schools asking if I could play baseball for them. And I heard back from three of them. One of them was just like, hey, we don't really do tryouts, but we could, you could sign up for this camp. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Then I heard back from another one that was just like, yeah, sorry, no. And then I heard back from HLG. And, talking back to the coach, we got a date for a tryout and things like that. So I had my tour. And then in between the tour and the tryout, the assistant baseball coach, his name is Coach Rapp. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was just like, hey, man, you want to play some disc golf? We talked about disc golf a little bit, just in small talk. So we played a full round of disc golf in between my tour and my tryout, and that really wooed me in a real way to be going to HLG and just feeling that community, feeling that love, and so that's how it started. It was just sort of I had one opportunity, but then fell in love with that, and the Lord really provided through that for sure.
For sure. Now you have to have the name of all the 29 schools as your little motivation.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they're on the bulletin board for sure.
You can definitely see the Lord was guiding you here, and I think that we all are happy that you're at this school.
Appreciate that.
Now, so you say you're a baseball player. Talk to me how that experience has been so far.
Yeah, that initial adjustment to college was really tough for me. Just the competition level, man. It's a completely different game. Practicing 3 hours every day, you're expected to train outside of practice too. So it is a big adjustment. But once I started to get used to that, feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident, that's when I really started to settle in and sort of gel with the guys. Love being around them, love talking to them. But yeah, it was a tough adjustment for sure. Looking forward to this season. We play in a week. February 9th, so if this comes out by then, you should totally pop out. But just looking forward to the grind of the season. Hopefully we can get some good wins and put together a good record.
For sure. It's exciting with the start of the season coming up.
For sure.
So you talked about the community on campus. You want to talk about it specifically within the baseball team? You mentioned the guys a little bit.
Yeah. So the biggest way that we're involved with the baseball team is just through FCA. That's a big thing that we do every week, but what makes the community special about within the baseball team is what happens outside of that. So whether that's just doing movie nights, just hanging out, or playing card games with some of the boys. We play this game called Muffin Time.
I've never heard of that.
So it's based off the ASDF little Vine meme things back in the early 2010s and stuff. So it's just super goofy and fun, but you should check it out. I think you love it. But so that's just fun. Getting together with the guys, pouring into them, discipling, getting discipled myself even by some of my teammates. So it's a method of growth, and that's really what matters. Like if you're growing, that's a good thing. So I just don't want to stay back. I want to help my guys around me grow as well, whether that's through baseball and their relationship with the Lord and things like that.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you just get built-in brothers basically being on a team with them.
Yeah. Like one of the things I say, to my friends is like that transition to college is tough because you don't know a lot of people. But luckily for me, we had 10 people from my high school come here in my class. So that was really unique. And also I'm on the baseball team, so I get it easy. So I had 40 built-in friends just automatically like coming into college. That's definitely unique and special for sure.
It's awesome. All right. So as you said, you've felt yourself grow, especially spiritually with these people, and you've even helped others grow. So talk to me about how your time at HLGU has impacted your faith.
Yeah, I think a large part of that has just been learning. Just being like in my Bible classes, just being in the Word every single day and learning and growing just in knowledge has helped a lot. I've also had a lot more opportunities to do more, I don't want to say administrative, but like more of a leadership role in that too. So just, honing that ability, just trying to lead well and not sort of have like an ivory tower type of disposition where, I'm just sort of looking down, but sort of to lead with those people, by example, things like that. So hopefully I can get better and better. There's still a lot I need to work on, but just looking forward to growing more for sure.
I love that ivory tower visual that you whipped out. That was good. Let's dive into that a little bit. How do you think you contribute back to the school and the community with your faith?
So I think a large part of that is just being consistent and being, always around, just sort of the steady head that can always be there. People can come to you whenever. So part of that is just consistency, but another one is that like when they see me fail, whether that's in baseball or in my leadership, if I lash out or something like that, it's bound to happen. But seeing how like forgiveness takes place too, I really want to try my best to be a good leader. So I want to show people rather how a good leader operates when they fail and when they succeed. So that's sort of the driving force of my time here right now. That's what I'm thinking about.
It's amazing, and I think that the people do kind of see that from you. I mean, they see the leadership aspect for sure.
Appreciate that.
And I want to pivot back a little bit to what you said about being an RA on campus. That is something that we share in common, so we have that experience together. But I just want you to talk about your experience personally as an RA so far.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things about being an RA that I didn't really expect. A lot of responsibilities. And I was sort of overwhelmed like at the beginning of this year. It was my first time doing that. So I just didn't really know what I was doing, getting myself into. But luckily I had you to come alongside me and teach me a little bit. But like a lot of responsibilities, just checking up on your guys, making sure they're okay. Room checks is a thing too. Mm-hmm. That's like a free opportunity to talk to one of your guys. So I love that sort of excuse. Just checking up, seeing how they're doing in their faith, things like that. It's tough, but I think it's worth it, just for the amount of impact that you can have with the people around you, for sure.
It's definitely worth it. It's another easy way to build relationships with the people on campus. And like you said, I mean, you get to go in and just see how the guys are doing, and that's an opportunity for you to talk to them about their faith and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So we've talked about a lot of things that you do on campus here. I wanted to see what your favorite part about being at HLGU is. Why do you love HLGU?
HLG is unique in that it feels a lot like the way my high school felt. Very close, almost like everyone. And another unique thing is just the relationship that you can have with your teachers. They're always available. They genuinely care about you and they want you to succeed. They want you to grow in your faith. And there are certain times where I've gotten invites over to my teachers' houses just so that we can have dinner and watch a movie together. Just such a unique, aspect of HLG that a lot of schools don't get. Even smaller schools like us, that just doesn't happen. So I think the way HLG is set up, it allows for that to happen more frequently and just feel natural. I think that's really, really special.
For sure. It is an amazing place. Now, is there anything else you'd like to add?
you should come out to the baseball games if you have not. But hopefully this guy will be commentating some of them
For sure.
That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, nothing I got to add. But just thanks for having me on. It's a huge honor.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you all for listening. This has been Trojan Time.
Charlie is a student that exemplifies what Hannibal LaGrange University is all about. He seeks the Lord in all that he does and looks to build up the already strengthened community on campus every single day. If you see Charlie around, be sure to say hello and get to know him yourself. And, like he said, catch him and the baseball team for one of their home games this spring. Until next time, I'm Jace Loebner, and this has been Trojan Time.